Hey Libra, happy birthday. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot. I'm glad you could be here for October 2019 during Libra season for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in Libra. I'm going to do your reading today. I've been reading tarot for over 20 years. I'm also a fully licensed therapist. I have a macro and a clinical license. So clinical is obviously treating and diagnosing, and the macro license is something that would allow me to run like a nonprofit organization. So I've been in practice a long time. I've also worked in the field of recovery too, with people struggling with alcohol and other addictions. So in any event, when I read, I oftentimes infuse things that I've learned along the way through being a therapist. So you get a little bit of free therapy today too. At the end of the reading, I'm going to use the Rider-Waite deck for the reading, and then at the end, I'm going to give you just a little extra nudge from the Wild Offering Oracle deck. I'll use a different oracle deck every month. I'm going to do monthly videos, but plus some weekly videos too for you. So please subscribe to my channel so you can catch up with those if you like what you see here. I have already been shuffling this, pre-shuffling this off camera, just so that way you don't have to sit through, 3 minutes of somebody shuffling cards. But I will tell you, I like to just see a little bit of shuffling on camera so that it doesn't look like I've architected a reading here for me, just to have it be easier to follow the story. I also don't like using, there's 78 cards in the tarot. I'm not going to use 50 cards to tell you a story. I can manage to do it with, 10, 12 cards here. So we're also going to be headed to a full moon soon in Aries, and our 2019 full moons have been very powerful, and this one's going to be a juggernaut. So what I tell you as somebody who has a Sun in Aries and also Venus is just be easy. Be gentle about it. Be easy with yourself. Know that we're all on a path. We're all healing. We're all learning our lessons along the way here. So what is going to go on here for Libra? What's going on here for Libra? All right, 3 of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Like that together. Page of Wands here, the Moon, Knight of Swords, 4 of Swords, some rest, contemplation. Boy, this is funny. I've gotten the High Priestess and the Hierophant in 2 different readings now, and they're, obviously they're counterparts, so that's interesting. Looking good, though. I like this overall here. I do like this for you, Libra. I see fire. I see... sorry, I'm just trying to move these. I see water, I see Pisces, I see earth. I mean, it could be, all the elements are here for sure. So it could be any sign that you're dealing with. So here we go. So in the, sort of in the middle of this, we've got some kind of a partnership. The Hierophant obviously he's a marriage card, very stable energy, marriage material, and with that 3 of Pentacles, this is also a card of stability and partnership and union. Could be working together for something. Could also be somebody at work. If you've been getting into a relationship and it's with one of your coworkers or something, that certainly could be for somebody here. So if the reading doesn't resonate with you, don't try to cram yourself into it. Find something else. Find a title that speaks to you. But in this case, it looks like it has something to do with a union here. And then the underlying energy of this is the Page of Wands here. So let's get a good look at him. Very creative, very proud of his accomplishments. Takes action. Wands always are about taking some kind of action. So the page here is the undercurrent of this and taking action. Could be that it's been a relationship and you're kind of trying to figure out, do we go to the next level here? Where it's been a pretty serious dating relationship, but not a marriage yet, and wondering, is this, what we're going to be doing here? I like this energy. It's somebody who provides encouragement to other people around him. So just a nice, as far as the pages go, because they can be kind of immature, I do like this one. He's just got kind of a friendly, affable appearance. He's got that little bird perched on his cap. Like, he's just very approachable and uplifting. behind you has been some confusion. So Pisces energy here with the moon, and just not really knowing what direction to take. Not sure what to do. Could be a relationship where you like the person, you're just not sure. Is this a marriage? Is this somebody that's going to run the distance? And is this what I want too? So you're coming up here with some quick communication, very sudden, quick communication. It could definitely be something like somebody showing up with a ring, honestly, and thinking, I'm going to put a ring on Libra here because I know what I've got and I don't want it to get away. And what I think that would do to whoever it is that's holding back a little bit, I think it'd be scary. I think they wouldn't be ready for it, and it would maybe cause them to retreat, to become more contemplative. I don't think it would be a yes. So if you're a cross watcher thinking, I want to lock this down, I want to lock Libra down and put a ring on it, I'd probably wait, because I don't think that's going to go in the direction you want it to, with the kind of rushing in way. So here we go. We're into meditation, into investing in ourselves, possibly going to therapy, and that's like you lying on a therapist's couch. Hey, it could even be coming here. You came here and just want to get some more insight into, where am I going with this? What's the next step for me? So a peaceful energy, though. This is not, as far as swords, certainly it can be contemplative, but I do like in the background the stained glass window there is very beautiful, and it's just some serenity. Maybe even, if you're into religion, it could be somebody who's going to church and praying and looking for some guidance from their higher power. And then this is you're the high priestess. So you're balancing the darkness and light, you're expanding. It could be that you've had some contrast and it's brought you some personal growth. It's a 2, and so the number 2 can certainly be about union. The high priestess is good at figuring people out. And again, this is you. If you're the high priestess, you've got an intuitive sense, a strong sense of intuition. And again, with the Libra, you're thinkers, you like balance and order. But this is somebody who can analyze fairly quickly. They can see if there are areas where there's mistrust or things that are hidden. They will bring those to light. So the high priestess will do that. So in this case, I think, you're evaluating and seeing, does this align with me? Does this relationship align with my values? Again, this is where I think somebody's looking to lock you down, because here's an offer. It's that Ace of Cups. They're holding out their cup of love to you, Libra, wanting more from you. And this may be where it gets a little tricky, because you're not completely sure. Is there something else? And, I would say, if there's some unfinished emotional business somewhere else, I'd go take care of it, because you won't move forward until you do, or it'll be a traveler with you, and you don't really want that. But this Ace of Cups is a beautiful card. It's someone who, has pure intentions. Certainly there could be a little bit of a financial offering too with this, but this one really is love. It's a new beginning. It's a, pure love. Somebody who really wants a union with you. But you also have here, the other influence coming towards you is a single lady card. So it's, again, you're kind of like, I can take it or leave it. I'm not dependent on anyone else. I don't need another person. I've got abundance in my life with all these pentacles. This is somebody, the 9 is almost completion too. And this is the single lady card. Could also be coming to completion of being that single lady. That could be, you get offered this cup of love and decide, I'm not going to be the single lady anymore. I'm going to turn into that union. So the high priestess and the Hierophant, I decide, you might decide in this one that you want to be a couple. You want to be in a higher level of commitment, where it's a marriage, where it's an engagement, where it's possibly living together. But I actually think in this, it's more like an engagement or a marriage coming. So the single lady has abundance. She's very confident. She's very poised. You're looking good. You're feeling good. You're not living in your head. You are making decisions and knowing what you want, and they're clear. You're not really in a lot of confusion, even though you do have that Four of Swords. It's not confusion as much as it's investment, where you're building yourself up and knowing that you're moving forward in a very positive way, and you want a partner who will also. So you're looking for someone who's at your level. You're not gonna settle for somebody who doesn't have their act together, who doesn't know who they are. You're not gonna be codependent and taking care of somebody else who's damaged and broken and looking to be fixed. That is not you. This is someone who really knows how to get what they want. I think has a very stable career too. With all those pentacles, they are able to provide for themselves, are able to, financially do the things that they want to do. And that's a piece of it too. If you've got some, broke ass person trying to come in that you think is going to be a detriment to you financially, you're also probably going to say no. So could be somebody too, if you're a male, somebody that's looking for a ring and you're kind of thinking, I don't know that I want to do that. I don't know that I want to invest that kind of money and make that commitment in this situation. So you're going to, though, ultimately, so I like this because you've got the 9 here and then the 10. So you're coming to a completion here, Libra. Again, you're going to be putting all those heavy wands, those burdensome wands down. And if it's career related, it's possible you could be making a change, but I don't feel this as an overarching career situation. I think if you feel like the situation has been too much, you'll be done with it. But I also wonder if it's, for some of you, you're going to be done being single. And you see all these little buds on the wands. There's, my God, there's probably 30 or 40 of them of new growth. And it's kind of like you're going to be done carrying things by yourself. And you're going to be coming into a partnership. Okay, you're going to be coming into a partnership and a union where you're going to be carrying things together. So what I think is really happening here is more of being done being single, getting a nice offer and that cup of love, and then taking it to the next level with that person and becoming a marriage. Now, I looked at this, and I always look at the bottom of the deck, and of course we've got the Nightmare card, and you go, oh no. I still think that's about deep contemplation, because then the next card after it is the Lovers. I think because you're logical and rational and tend to make head over heart decisions, there's something about this that you're just not quite sure about, and you don't want to be rash because it's serious. The stakes are high here. And oh my gosh, so you keep pulling cards off, and then it's the 10 of Pentacles, and it's abundance in every area. So I think what you're looking at here is, again, it's a beautiful union. It's a beautiful union coming towards you. And the good news is you have time. You have time to contemplate. You have time to think and make a decision that's going to be satisfying and it's going to run the distance. So you're coming into a very nice time of union and commitment and stability and something long-term. This is going to be something that's going to be long-term for you. So let's see what our friend here, the Wild Offer, has to say. I like this guy. He's just very sure of himself, and he brings with him, he's got 4 hands, so he's kind of waving and kind of patting his stomach, but then he's got flowers and an offering of some, what looks like sorbet to me. But anyway, so forgiveness. Healing comes from acceptance. Help me, universe, to fully accept what is, knowing that this alone will open me to the new. So if you had something in this relationship that you were confused about or just uncertain about, it's time to forgive that. I don't get the feeling that it was anything egregious where it was like, it's not like somebody cheated on somebody. It's nothing like that. But it's more like, do I want to spend the rest of my life with this? Kind of a deal. And I think it's probably a lot of little stuff where maybe the person's a little bit stoic or insensitive or just not as in tune as they could be. I think it's probably more along those lines. And so it may be time just to kind of forgive those things, because when we're trying to start a new relationship, we're figuring ourselves out, we're figuring out how we fit with the other person, how we interrelate, and sometimes it's just not a perfect process. And we're not always at our best. Maybe we're nervous, or we really like the other person and we want it to go so well that we actually in some ways can create awkwardness or barriers there. So I would, if it's you, if this resonates with you, and you've got somebody that's hot on your heels looking for more, I would look at that and really look at the forgiveness and just kind of letting go of some of those old parts of the relationship that maybe weren't the most attractive, and look at, what do I really want here? So I hope you've enjoyed this, Libra. I enjoyed doing your reading, and again, it's Libra season, so enjoy the remainder of that for this month. And I see the lighting is changing a little bit, so I think we'll be done for today. But I love you, and I'm so glad you found me, and continue until we meet again.